Aloha, everybody. Aloha, aloha. Welcome to the Coconut Wireless. It is Thursday, August 22nd, day after my sister's birthday. And happy birthday, Sandy. Uh, let's get started. Anyway, guys, tonight we got Uncle Charlie back again. We have some fun tonight. Lots to talk about. Um, I got to talk about the migration to YouTube, folks. If you guys haven't already, go over to youtube.com/slash Mel Raposo and subscribe because that is where we're going to be eventually. So I just want to get you guys prepared so you're not waiting on Facebook and nothing there. So you guys just got to go to my channel. Got a lot of good stuff on the channel. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, click the like button, and of course hit the bell icon so you get reminded every time we go live. So let's welcome Uncle Charlie. Hey, how's that music on the countdown timer? Pretty dramatic, yeah.
Well, it's like one of those uh it's like Amityville horror.
I mean, it's like hang on, because I gotta move this thing over here so I can get the comments so we can shout out to all the people that are here. Patty, she got the alert. She'll be back. Okay, How is here. Jane, welcome to the show. Jody, all of our all of our friends and Ohana. Um,
Yeah.
good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, real quick before we get started on a serious note, I just wanted to put this slide up here real quick. These are the two tropical storms hitting our way. Can you guys hear me, Charlie? Can you hear me? Okay.
I hear you fine. Thank
All
you.
right, all right, all right, all right. I can hear you well too, and man, you're looking mighty fine. But anyway, that's the two
Yeah.
tropical
Thank
storms
you.
hitting our way. I don't even know the names, but it's coming. I think the Big Island we're going to see a lot of wind and rain by the weekend, and obviously we'll get some of the effects. So just wanted to let you guys know if you don't already know, you always gotta be prepared, so you don't have to get prepared. You know what I mean, Charlie? We've been through many
Mhm.
storms, many, many, many storms.
Yep. And in fact, that's how we met. We met in one major storm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We're talking about that the other day. I was with a friend and they were asking how you and Charlie ever met. So I gave them the whole lowdown,
Uh,
the edited version. Um, Eric says he prepare. You know that the Baby Yoda intro that I had, Charlie.
uh-huh.
Um, I got knocked by by YouTube because it was copyrighted material. Oh, Patty's back. What's up, Patty? What's up? Liz Anderson, Shaw, Maui, Caberu, Shibas. Oop, Liz. I'll just call you Liz. How's that? From Maui.
Wow.
Oh wow,
Wow, yeah.
man. I tell you, man, the village. Oops. Oh, there. The village keeps on growing, man. I love it. I love it. Darson, what's up, man? By the way, I'm drinking again Crystal Light iced tea, man, and it's delicious. Okay, how? One is honey. One is honey. Okay, Charlie, you know what that?
That's that looks like something special. Uh,
One is honey.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Well,
honey,
yeah.
Patsy's on.
Hey,
Yeah,
Patsy.
yeah.
Hey,
She,
Patsy.
she's make sure I don't say the wrong things. But because we live, Charlie, too late, too late. Laura, all the way from Arizona. Oh my gosh! Thank you for
Mhm.
joining us tonight, Laurie. Uh, oh, one is honey.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, it said honey. Yeah, I know how that goes, man. You ever had that, Charlie, when you sent the text or email and the damn autocorrect it
No,
sent the wrong thing?
you
Oh,
you
Patsy says hi,
remember
Charlie.
when we did that segment with Brickwood Galateria?
Yeah, yeah.
And what did I say?
Oh
I,
man,
I read I read the thing completely wrong.
Okay,
No,
now I'm gonna
we
my
we are
my
we are Kupuna, right? We are,
yeah. It was
yeah, we are Kupuna. But the way it was spelled, I said, where?
where are I forget,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna find that clip, Charlie. I'm gonna find that clip, and I'm gonna play them up at some point.
Oh, yeah, we laugh so much. Hey, I would also like to give a shout out to a very special person. Her name is Makana o Kahaku. She is she is blind, but she's very talented. She's performed all over the islands, and she is from the mainland, but she loves the Hawaiian culture, the Hawaiian language so much. So she did a project called Le Hiva Hiva. It's one of her new releases, and I tell you, this individual is so talented. We had her several times when they stopped by at the Kalaheo Steakhouse on stage with John Mahi, myself, and Darren Kiyotsuka, and we did everything under the sun Hawaiian wise. And if you didn't get a chance to see her, she's going to be on Kauai soon. But she just did a little project up in the mainland and had a large turnout, from what I understand.
Oh, good
So
for
I just
her.
so I just want to give a shout out. She's played. I want to say, and I'm please forgive me if I'm mistaken, but I thought she was called up one time over at the Kanikapila Grill at the Outrigger in Waikiki.
Yeah, Patsy. See, we heard her sing. We did, Patsy, and maybe you can post or type in where. I don't remember, but I do remember hearing her. She's incredible.
Hmm.
I do not remember where. Um, yeah,
And she's an awesome musician. I mean, she plays the piano, and she's it's just her. She has that ear for music, and she has that love for the Hawaiian language, like I said, and her words. When she pronounces Hawaiian words, I mean, I went to Kamehameha, but that's about it.
yeah.
I can't pronounce half the things she
What
says,
was
but
Charlie? What was her name again? I know Jody's asking to post her name, but
Makana Okahaku.
Makana Okahaku.
Yeah,
Oh, Patsy said it was at the steakhouse, or it was at Waimea Theater. Patsy, that's where it
right.
was. It was at Waimea Theater.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's where it was. She get the memory in the house. Yeah, she does. And
Okay.
yeah, that was incredible though. We'll go ahead and post it up. Charlie can post it up afterwards in the Facebook post, and then you guys can go and find them. Um, Kalani Tanya Homea. She's been on KHON2 multiple times too. Yeah, that's good. I love it when we can promote that. And man, Charlie, I don't know if you know her, but man, we'd love to have her on the show. We'd love to have her on the show.
Well, I'll get in touch with her dad, and maybe we can get her send her a link the next time we have a show, and we
Yeah, just have her
can
come
talk
on.
story with her for
Yeah, it'd be
sure.
awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to share a little bit. This weekend was the Relay for Life. Uh, every year
Hmm.
we participate in a Relay for Life. And it used to be in Hanapepe, Charlie. Remember, it was at the Hanapepe Stadium, and it was an overnighter, and then it branched off, and we had a second event out on the North Shore, and then I guess some of the neighbors complained of the late night music and noise. So, but this year it was at Vidina Stadium soccer field, and it was just from 4 to 10. It was very brief, it was very short, but it was awesome. And I just wanted to play a real quick clip because, Charlie, every one of us, every one of the villagers, every single one of us have been touched by cancer in some way, shape, or form. And when you get out to that event, obviously it's an event that we honor those that have passed, but we also celebrate those that have survived. And every year, when I see that survivor lap, and you see the faces of people that that you did not know have cancer or had cancer. So I just want to play. Thank you. Yeah, I tell you, man, it's always emotional, and it's just what a blessing to have these survivors marching around that track, and then right after them, the caregivers march, which is equally emotional. So much stress on these people, but yeah. So mahalo to the American Cancer Society. I believe the event raised over 100 grand this year, and very very successful. Even though it's a 4 to 10 p.m. event, it was fun. We had a lot of music, a lot of entertainment. Bernard Cavallo was our MC. He was superb, man. I had to call him up and said, "Hey, man, you guys, Bernard, he had the right voice, he had the right emotion. It was just incredibly, incredibly powerful, powerful, powerful." Okay, Charlie is sending me a text. Oh, here we go. All right, yeah, I'll post it in later because yeah. All right, we're gonna catch up on some of these.
You know, one thing I gotta say when we Mayor Cavallo when he speaks, I mean, you gotta give that guy credit, boy. He's passionate, he's emotional, he's powerful. I mean, he's a darn he's a darn good speaker. I mean, he's one of those voices that you can stay on and just watch and not get tired of it. Just
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was just he's the right MC for that event. You know, I would have been bawling the whole time. I
Mm.
just too emotional for that kind of stuff. But it was it's just amazing. Yeah, we really love to see. Hey, what's up, Keith? Where are you now, Keith? Are you still in the far east, someplace far, far, far away? um, yeah, I mean, I would love to see it go back to an overnight event out there in Hanapepe. Where all the families had their little teams, the tents, and the kids were able to run around all day until they got tired and just go in a tent and crash out. Uh, Vaughn, our Aloha Lion Mail, are you joining us for the Kauai Lions pickleball and poo poo's social event? I don't know. Shoot me a text, bro. If I'm available, I'll be there. I will be there. Yep, Keith Y. Still in Thailand, man. Still in Thailand.
Wow.
Yeah, I bet it's really
Beautiful.
cheap over there, right, Keith? I bet it's super cheap. I've never been to Thailand at all, but I've heard a lot of good things about that place, and maybe one day we'll get there. Charlie, maybe we'll go there one day. Broadcast
Yeah.
live from Thailand.
In fact, my brother's classmate has been living there since, I believe, since after he graduated from Kamehameha, moved to Thailand. Beautiful wife,
Wow.
his family, yeah, I hear it's cheap over there, and we even got some friends locally that have migrated over there,
Wow.
and so it's it's good.
Keith, how much is on plate lunch on bento in Thailand? And do they have spam? Because if they don't have spam, then I cannot move there. Sorry, I need the spam. I really do.
Yeah, I the currency. I think they use the bot. Yeah,
The bot,
BAT.
B
Yeah,
A H T, B A H T,
BAHT. Yeah,
yeah, something like that.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got to be cheaper than here. I mean, I cannot imagine. I don't
Hey,
know of too many places that are more expensive than
everything's cheaper than Kauai.
here.
I mean, even when and you notice the morning news when they're doing the gas prices.
Yeah,
I mean, I just put my head down and I just wait for them. Sometimes it's so frustrating because Kauai is so high. They just forget about Kauai. They
yeah.
talk about every place else except Kauai.
I don't even. I don't think I've ever seen the Kauai prices on there. I don't think. Maybe we don't want to monitor on Kauai. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why, but I've never seen Kauai on there. And Kauai is always higher than the other prices. So maybe that's why. I don't
A good friend of ours, you know him, and as well. I don't want to mention names, but he did do a Facebook posting on just the pricing, and he did one of a local, market on the west side. Easy to figure out. There's only one market on the
know.
west side,
Yes, 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 yes.
and he did a screenshot of the in the meat section. One steak, $26, but he forgot to post in his post in Facebook that steak does come with a chef and all the fixes.
Yeah, you know, it's almost cheaper. to go out and eat, even if you're a small, like a husband wife, you know,
Hmm.
the two of you, it's
Yeah.
probably cheaper to go out and eat,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because it's just so doggone expensive. By the way, Charlie, I know you guys are active in the corn distribution. So
Yes.
Patsy did support the
Why, yeah.
Wamia, and
Yeah.
she bought a lot of corn and she boiled them up and put the butter and the pepper on them, and delicious, man. That price was cheap. That price was
Yeah.
cheap.
So I got a worker of mine. She went to the mainland and I think it's called Wingstop or something. Wings in
Wingstop, there's a Wingstop,
yeah.
which I'll tell you
So
why I will never ever go there again. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. But anyway, she said, hey, and she studied the what they served of it. That is, they took a corn on the cob, cut it to bite-sized pieces, and deep fried it. Then when they brought it up, you put all your different sauces on top and ate deep fried corn on the cob. So me being one that I just don't like pain, and usually oil spatters equals pain. I asked her. I said, "You know that fresh corn get moisture inside each kernel." She goes, "My worker tells me, Charlie, tell me about it." So I already knew, but she swears by it. She said it turned out really, really well. So I support it because it was for I think it was for project graduation.
Project Grad, yeah, it was
Yeah,
Waimea High Project Grad, which is
yeah,
an amazing function. Saves lives every year. Saves tons of
yeah.
lives. So yeah, so we're in Oregon last year and maybe the year before, and I was looking on Yelp and I saw Wingstop and I saw the pictures and I saw the prices and I said, yeah, let's just order some wings. So we ordered the wings to be
Hmm.
delivered, and we're waiting and we're waiting. Then I get this text message to my phone saying your order was canceled. So I didn't cancel it. So I called the place, and basically they had no record of the order. Well, they sure must have, because they charged my credit card. And I tried to resolve this matter. I had to call my attorney long after we got back home, and finally got the charges reversed. But they
That's
they made
terrible.
excuses. They said, "Oh yeah, the what's that food delivery service? Not Uber, but the other one,
Yeah, DoorDash.
DoorDash. Oh, the DoorDash. Something about the DoorDash and the driver. Blah blah blah. It didn't matter. I don't care. If you cannot deliver, then just give me back my money. I would have been fine, and we probably would have
Yeah.
ordered Wingstop again. But no, boycott, boycott. What's up, Susan? Boycott.
Yeah.
So if any of you had similar situations with Wingstop,
Well, next time, if you don't want to trust DoorDash, there's always Uber Eats, and
I
there's
yeah.
Doorknob. You ever tried Doorknob?
No, no. But this is the deal. See, so I have Uber Eats. I don't have DoorDash. Patsy has DoorDash. So if I use DoorDash, then Patsy will pay, and I don't have to pay. So we if she's close by, her phone is close by, we're going DoorDash. Yeah. And if
Yeah.
I'm alone, then I Uber Eats.
Me,
You
I'm
know,
just
Charlie, I even called the store and I said, "Hey, can I just come pick it up?" "Oh, no, 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 no. We're gonna have to redo the order, and it's like a 45-minute wait." Yeah, thank you. Customer is always right, right?
you know why I'm afraid. I mean, I want to brag that I am tech savvy, but in reality, folks, ladies and gentlemen out there in viewing land, watching this right now, I'm going to admit my weaknesses. I am not tech savvy, and I remember one time ordering. When the wife and I was Stephanie and I was in Honolulu. We ordered some food to be delivered, and I don't know what I pressed because I knew that I ordered what she wanted and I wanted. And when the food came to us, I said, I did not order for football team. How did this happen? And they show everything, how you entered it, and it goes down by the time that you entered it. So, needless to say, I was just dumbfounded, and I was asking myself, what in hell's name did I touch that just ordered everything under the sun?
Yeah,
And And if you want to cancel an order, ladies and gentlemen, the best thing to do is put it on your credit card that's already over the limit. Guarantee
Yeah,
your
yeah.
order
There
will
you
get
go.
canceled. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. That's the way to do it.
Tip for the day. The Charlie tip for the day. Vaughn asking if we ever tried the new spam Korean barbecue flavor. No, I have not, but I would definitely
No.
love to try. I did see a post though, Vaughn. I don't know if you saw it on Facebook. It was a couple days ago where somebody took a picture of the that Korean barbecue spam flavor, and it was some outrageous price. Like I don't know if it was $30 or $35 for a can of spam. So that I would not try. But if it's a regular spam in a store and it's I'd love to. I think I've got all the flavors down.
Well,
I did not
yeah,
try Korean barbecue. And interestingly, if you go to the Spam Museum, when my mom was at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, we drove to the Spam Museum, which is in actually is in Wisconsin, and they had more flavors. They had so many flavors of spam that doesn't come to Hawaii. They don't ship those. I don't remember Korean barbecue, but they were all kinds of different flavors. So I bought one of each and brought back home.
well,
Um,
besides Hawaii, Guam is the next number one consumer of spam, and they have their own flavor in Guam that you don't find in Hawaii. And so the place that we were staying in Tumon Bay, and that's when they had that Korean. This was back in '98 when they had that Korean Airlines crash.
mm.
That I think it was Flight 700. So I was deployed over there to go assist in that air crash, and they have one Kmart on the whole island, and that Kmart, we're watching them unload the container loads of spam, the whole container loads, and it's like a feeding frenzy, like a piranha. You got one piece of meat got thrown in the water. The people there will buy up the spam like no enough. It was crazy. And so like within 15 minutes, each pallet, and these pallets were like over 6.5 feet. I mean, it was taller than me, stacked with spam. Well, it was gone. It was gone. Shopping carts full of spam. So people that love that. I mean, I love spam,
Oh, I love
but there
spam.
are those that don't like it. So, but you just don't know what you're missing. Just don't know
And
what you're
Tava. Oh, anti. I'm sorry, anti. Anti Ava. Forgive me. Cheaper to buy and cook at home because you can make several days of food. Yes,
Yes.
Andy, you're right. You're right. We are the connoisseurs of leftovers here in the Raposo household.
Yep.
Leftovers do not bother me at all. At all. At all. Oh, look who's on, Charles.
Melissa, have you left the islands yet, sweetheart? Because you're supposed to call Uncle and Auntie
And me. You know,
and Uncle Mel.
I don't know if your ears were ringing last week. I don't think you were on the show. I mean, you may have watched the replay, but we're talking about having you on, so I'm not sure where you at, but
Hmm.
we got to have you on the show, girl. We're just going to go down memory lane with Melissa Bolton, amazing lady with an amazing husband.
Yeah, they're heading to Washington State.
Yeah,
Washington.
yeah. Son of a gun. Oh, she's
When
so.
she told me that she was heading to Washington, I first thought like, oh, I told my wife, oh, they're gonna move into by the in maybe the Macaulay area because she goes, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, they're moving to Washington. So I thought it was maybe Washington Intermediate, but no. Read the post good again. They're Washington State, not Washington Intermediate.
Yeah, she's gonna be far, far away. Son of a gun.
Yep,
But,
yep.
my dad, who moved back to Kauai, has decided to move back to Seattle. It's hard here, man. It's hard to even find a place.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, he's actually in Seattle right now. He has two daughters. I have two half sisters up on the mainland. One of them that's in Washington. So, Melissa, maybe there's an opportunity when we go visit Papa Tommy that we can go grab some dinner. I gotta correct. I stand corrected. Spam Museum is Minnesota. You're right. We went to the Spam Museum, then we drove to Wisconsin. They're so close to each other. But anyway, thanks, Vaughn. Thanks for correcting me. I stand corrected. It is in Minnesota. I spent a bunch of months in Minnesota, and it's a beautiful state as long as it's not winter. And Melissa is saying that she's still cleaning house. She says clenching, but she meant cleaning.
No, no, she meant clenching. Knowing her, she
Oh,
meant
she's gonna
clenching.
go to Whidbey Island, Charlie. You know where Whidbey Island is?
Yeah, it's right by Whitby.
Yeah,
I
I.
don't know where.
You don't
I
know
don't know
where?
where.
You don't. You come on, Whidbey Island.
I don't. I've been to Washington State, like Puyallup, those areas, but that's where I rode my first rickety roller coaster, wooden roller coaster, at the Puyallup Fair. But I haven't traveled, the state that much.
Yeah, well,
So
Whidbey Island actually, I have no idea where it is either.
yeah.
So we're gonna have to go journey. We're gonna have to go get it. Laurel is saying, for some reason, I'm not getting notifications for shows anymore. I checked the settings last week.
Hmm.
Hmm. I don't know, Laurel. Try slap your computer like that. Just give him one big slap, and maybe wake him up. Whidbey Island. I think. I know. I think is that where the ferry goes to?
Oh,
And you
the
got to.
Tulip Festival. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
Okay,
got to get
now I
on the
know.
ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Teriyaki spam. Yeah, I did have the teriyaki spam. I'm not really keen to that one. I read of my wife when she make the spam, and then she make her shoyu sugar sauce, like you do with hot dogs and onion. That works. But yeah, the teriyaki. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'll eat it. I'll never turn down
When you
any
go to
spam.
the beach, that's what you gotta have. But when you make shoyu sugar hot dog, the one ingredient you need for it to be authentic down at the beach, you gotta get some sand blown up by the wind fall inside the sauce. You gotta get that crunchy texture. Because my dad did that. And I go, Daddy, what's that crunch? He goes, Boy, that's just eat them. That's flavor, flavor. And basically, when wind blowing, all the sand will fly inside the bowl that had the shoyu hot dog. So that's how I live for each shoyu hot dog with a little sprinkle, not of furikake, of sand from the beach. Yeah, give it
Oh
that
wow.
crunchy texture. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta call security. We gotta
Oh,
call security. Rhonda Mars is in the house. I cannot believe Rhonda is here. Rhonda, how are you, Sisterella? I haven't seen you in ages.
she's one of the toughest negotiators that I know. I hear her name all the time,
Yeah,
and I mean, um, she's tough, and
I'm hearing it, bro. I'm hearing it from the
yeah,
workforce that
yeah, she's
she's
tough.
really good. Yes.
Yeah, she's tough.
Rhonda. Randy, what's up, Randy? Thank you for joining us tonight. Talking about all my local faves, delicious. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah.
The ferry goes from BC to BC from there, doesn't it? I'm not sure. Security. Um, Melissa says on Whidbey Island, only on Walmart and no Target. I'm gonna go die. Well, think about Kauai, man. We never had a Target for generations. This is, um, and Walmart was here, but we never. Target is. I actually prefer Target. I don't know. I have this frog in my throat, Charles. I think because
You
you're
know,
talking
I
about the sand. I think you're talking about the sand.
yeah, but Kmart. I didn't know about they. Every time when I heard about the blue light special at Kmart, I thought you actually had to follow that cart that had the blue light on. And so wherever it went, like I stayed one time 1 hour just seeing, and they would go into areas on the special that I have no use for. I said, why don't you go to the up, like the section to get TVs or computers or radios? Go to that kind of section. Then I jump on the cart with the person pushing the cart, and I guarantee buy, but never happened.
I don't know, Charlie. You growing up, Kmart was kind of like where all the poor people went, right?
No,
Um,
ours was wigwam.
oh
Remember
yeah,
wig?
because that's a long time ago, Charles.
Yeah,
That's like a long. We never even had a
because
wigwam on
you you
Kauai.
you you grew up in Waipahu, right?
Well, I was there for a year, but wigwam was
Yeah.
right there. Wigwam
And
was
right across
there.
what was right across from wigwam?
Had the sky slide, and
Because Impovo Sky Slide right
that's right,
there.
brother. Grab your carpet and slide down the thing, man. We used to
And
go.
that's
We
brother,
used
if
to go
I
in the
if
canals. We used to
if
hit the
I was
canals. Oh, go ahead, Charlie.
if I was this big back then, I guarantee I get burn marks from sliding
Yeah.
down the damn slide all on the side of my goodies over here. You know what I mean?
Well, it was always funny when the bigger guys was trying and they would get stuck.
Yep.
Right? They would come down the first thing and fruit gone. Paul, waste your
They don't
money
get
because
stuck. It's just that we had automatic brakes on our body.
I tell you, burn marks like rain. Okay, these comments are uh okay, let me see. I miss Kmart. Yeah, how I miss Kmart too. So but I was talking, so growing up, when we would go to Oahu visit the cousins and stuff, Kmart was kind of like, oh, that's where and then Kmart came to Kauai and I was quite impressed with Kmart. It was it wasn't it wasn't cheap, but they had a lot of things that was reasonably priced. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, Susan, Crest store. Crest store.
Yep.
Crest was the place, man.
And that's
Uh,
not, some people got it mixed up with the toothpaste. No, this is Crest with a K, not a C, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Crest store on Crest Street. Laurel, I am not calling you poor, not at all. You know, I just got my brother's hand me downs, so it didn't matter if we had a Kmart, Wigwam, Crest. It just didn't matter. Mine came straight from my brother's dresser, so it really didn't matter for me. When you're number three in the family, yeah, you don't get too much new stuff. But that's all cool. That's all cool. Of course, Ron the Mars, Little Caesars. Yeah, Little Caesars was
Yeah.
really, really delicious. Oh, one for the memories tonight. Yeah, we can talk about memories. There's so much. I did want to
Yeah.
talk about something, Charlie, because I wanted to
Yep.
share a little bit what we discussed at the council meeting yesterday. And if you follow me on Facebook or YouTube, I did post a video of yesterday's meeting. Hold on, I just still looking for one job, hopefully at the Veterans Center. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm looking for the remote job too, someplace that I don't have to do much work and get paid a ton of money. But I cannot find that, Charlie. It's so hard because I
Well,
really
if
don't like
you want,
I don't like work hard already.
yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay, see, Melissa
I
Dana
have
is
no
saying,
comments.
when you're leaving, sis, we still need you to guest star on Mel and Charlie. The nice thing about this is we can actually have Melissa on from anywhere in the world. So we are going to do that as soon as she gets settled in, because I can only imagine what it's like to be packing up after a nice stint on Oahu and then moving to Kauai and then now moving across the pond. So yeah, we'll definitely have Melissa on and share some old, good old stories. But yesterday we had a interesting topic at the council, and it was involving Anini Beach Road. And I think this issue touches a lot of people's nerves because Charlie, growing up, you grew up on Maui, you lived on
Hmm.
Oahu, and now you make your home on Kauai. And
Yep.
for those of all of us that have been here for any you know 20 years ago,
Hmm.
we never had an issue with access to beaches or parks or trails, or we pretty much could go anywhere. I gotta believe Maui was the same way. And then landowners come in and they purchase these large tracts of land, and then they think they own the beach, and that's what's happening out there at Anini Beach. If you drive down Anini Road and you go past the Anini Beach Park, and then you head to the end, and there's a they actually put up a gate, and the planning department made them take it down, but they still have security guards up there. They have cones. They have their lawn chairs and surfboard racks on the beach. They've replanted grass. They brought in some dirt, replanted grass. But anyway, I had been receiving some complaints, so we put them on the agenda. And the bottom line is, no one in the state of Hawaii has the authority to take state property, and the state property, the shoreline is defined as the upper reach of the waves. So
High water mark.
the high water mark, and it in fact they even changed that. The old days was the high water mark, so wherever you would find the debris line is pretty much where the shoreline was. But they changed it, the state changed it, and now it's the seasonal high wash of the waves. So you could have a debris line in one area, but during winter, right, when the waves get bigger, like
It
then
changes.
it
Yep.
goes further in. So wherever that seasonal high water mark is where the shoreline is. And yes, in some cases it does encroach in people's private property. But when you buy beachfront property, you gotta
That's
understand
the
that
risk.
as
That's the risk you take.
that's
Yeah.
the risk you take. And as the erosion takes place and as the level rises, you are going to lose some of your property to the state because that is the people's beach. So we had a lot of discussion, and I was just curious to hear how the people feel. I think I know, because if you were like me, who used to spend a lot of time growing up on Anini Beach, and we could drive all the way to the river mouth. Our kupuna could go all the way to the river mouth and go fish for wama. In fact, that river mouth was very productive for papio and even in some cases ulua, kala, all of these things right
Hmm.
outside of that river mouth. So yeah, I think these. I don't have a problem with people coming over here buying land. I mean, what you can't stop them. But my God, if you do that, then please, please, please understand that you don't own the beach. That beach is for people. So um, I mean, it was really good discussion. We heard from several residents, local residents that have been here for 80 years, 70
Hmm.
years, and hearing their stories about how it was and how it is now. Something that we got to really take care of. But
Well,
Maui,
I did.
same, I think.
Well, it's there are some areas that was purchased by um, notable people in the movie industry, but they've kept it where they've allowed access, and but they've made it known. Please, you'll have the access, but please understand this is my property and don't mess it up for everybody. Because sometimes you get these guys blasting their boom box, acting stupid, no can handle their liquor, burning rubber all over the place, and making and all it takes is one to shut down the whole program. Then you cannot blame the landowner for taking the action that they take, right?
Yeah,
And
I
so
mean, if
that's
it's their
yeah,
property, some of the property owners
yeah,
they provide public access. They might provide a walking trail into the beach, but what I'm talking about is the actual beach itself. That
yeah.
no one
No,
has
no,
the
that's
yeah. And in this case, they brought down dirt, they planted seed. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, but it's not theirs. I think that's my point, right? It's you cannot
well.
extend your property.
You
Um,
you got you got the beach access, say on the west side in front of Waimea Plantation Cottages. It has always been a hot button topic. Um, Vehicles used to go up and down, and basically you're not supposed to traverse unless you're going fishing. Drop your things off, take your vehicles off. But if the access is 2 miles away, nobody gonna drive down, drop their poles and
yeah.
everything, and then walk back 2 miles. So, but the fishermen that at the time when I was with Stephanie at the cottages when she ran the cottages, we made sure the fishermen we ran across, they're very respectful. They didn't blast the stereos on loud because there are people renting the cottages right in front of the beach. And so there was an interaction between the local residents that use the beach and the people that come and relax there just for the beauty of it. Because it was a rustic type of operation, like the old plantation homes. You got to live in it. And I guess what made things hard at some point was some of these individuals thought it's okay to make big bonfire. Well, they don't take the burning embers or charcoal with them when they leave, so they just leave them right there, right? And so the next day, kids go walking on the beach, and the bugger is still smoldering. And we get calls when little child burned their feet, and those kind of things, upset me. So, Earl and Laurie Lim, they'll bring
Mhm.
out the heavy equipment and they would rake the beach and looking for all these hot spots. And so sometimes it'll take us who live here to monitor the beach and make the beach as safe as possible from those who feel it's their right to be on the beach. And we're saying, yeah, fine, but if you get broken glass, at least clean them up, take them away from you, because somebody gonna step on them, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
And it,
and
it's
the
it's it's
bonfires,
rough.
Charlie,
Yeah,
they use the pallets, yeah, the skips, and the skips
it's
get
the nails.
nails, and yeah,
Yep,
it's horrific.
exactly.
And you're exactly right. A lot of the times it's our local people that just have absolutely no respect for our natural resources, and that's where, yeah, I don't know, maybe different upbringing now. I'm not sure, because my God,
Yeah.
growing up, we took our trash with us and never did anything like that. And it's not always like that anymore. Um, so yeah.
I'm impressed by the Japanese culture,
Hmm.
and I'm probably gonna hear some negative comments about what I'm about to say, but if you ever watch a baseball game and you have a section full of Japanese individual, like many of us, I mean, I've been guilty of it too. You go to the stadium, you just sort of normally you take your trash with you when you're going out. You dump them in the nearest receptacle as you're leaving the bleacher area, right? But a lot of people just leave everything behind. But you watch the Japanese, they will after whether the team won or lost, they'll go row by row and pick up all the rubbish, and they just do that. That's just their, I guess, custom. And I'm impressed by what they do. I say, wow. I mean,
I
that's
mean,
something to learn. Yeah.
you ever had walk out of one movie theater in America? I don't know what it's like in Japan. I would bet that what they do in the baseball stadium is what they do in a movie theater in Japan.
Hmm.
Because I think you're right, Charlie. It is their culture. But have you ever? I haven't been to a movie theater in decades, but when you left the movie theater and you just, you're looking in the rows, it's filled with popcorn buckets and soda.
Yeah.
I mean, when when they make it very convenient for you to throw your own trash away. Um,
Talking about that, you know, I'm okay. They leave the popcorn here. I see the guys come cleaning by, but we try to do our best for clean up all the rubbish. What I cannot stand about a movie theater is when you get two people going into the movie theater. They saw the movie before, and they're talking with each other about what gonna come up next. And you see sitting right next to them, and you like watch the show. And that's the kind I turn and ask them, hey, I can have one refund from you two. You two commentators over here. I never pay for listening to you tell me about the show that I like watch.
have
And
you knocked anybody out in a movie theater before?
no comment.
Okay, okay. Hey, Laurel is asking about the Anahola fire. If anybody has any updates, please post them in the comments. I don't know. Last I saw it, it was still burning, and our fire departments were out there, and
It was kind of
so
high up though,
yeah,
where
yeah.
I
It
saw the.
was from the press release that I got. It was far enough away from life and property, but those things they travel, man. They move. So
No, but
uh,
that's the curious. Being ex cops ourselves, when you're in an area that's remote and you're on fire at start, it's like, hmm. You know what
uh,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I know, and I'm a little worried about as we enter this season of winds and rains, and
Yep.
we just don't need a doggone fire, more fires over here. It's just
Yep.
crazy. And again, back, I know there's a thing called spontaneous combustion where fires magically start by itself, but that is very uncommon, and I mean everything has to be just right. So
Hmm.
this is either a jackass setting fires or a careless person that caused that fire to start. And
A lot
come
of
on,
times
guys,
you
let's
get
just.
people smoking, right? And they walk and they forget, where they drop the ashes, or they walk in with the gas can in their hand and they smoking at the same time.
Uh,
I'm just saying.
if you talk about the major elections, meaning the national elections with Congress and and the president, yeah, that's all done by Congress. We have the electoral college set up. It's not the popular vote set up. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely not anything myself or the state can do. That's something that Congress would change. I don't see that happening, but a lot of people talk about it every year or every election year.
You
Um,
know that your what you just said about the electoral college, right?
mhm.
It's sometimes it's frustrating that some place may get more than other places, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
We get 50 states. Just say this: we get 50 states. Each state get two votes, and just tell them up that way. And the one with the most votes wins. How
I don't
simple.
know, Charlie. I don't know why they just don't do popular vote, right? I mean, shouldn't it be popular vote? Like whoever get the most votes, everybody's vote would count. I just to
True.
me that just makes sense, like
True.
we do every other election. But
True.
they're afraid that if you do it that way, then the bigger states gonna basically dominate, right? I mean,
No, I think what's going to happen, Mel, is with popular vote, you might have an individual that's running for office. He's so popular, but he brain of a size of a pea, and I think that's what they don't want to happen. I mean,
Uh,
I
yeah,
think
well, we're not going to get into the presidential discussion. We're definitely not. I mean, that's not going to happen on this show. Dana, did you see today's fire at Mercedes-Benz lot in Kahului? At least five vehicles were on the fire last I saw. Wow. No, I didn't see that. I guess I got to go check it
oh,
out. Yeah. Jeffrey Kimoto, I had to leave. Okay. Sorry, Jeff. We'll see you next week. Oh, like for
okay,
governor
Jeff.
and lieutenant governor. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just popular vote, man. I mean, it's whoever gets the most votes win. I, I,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm not sure what you meant, but yeah, I mean, it's just that's no different. It's a statewide election. Everybody's vote. Whoever gets the most votes wins. So, I tell you what, this is what we have to do. I think
Mhm.
legislature and Congress needs term limits. That's it. That's my opinion. I think that's how you that's how you move along with the times. That's how you move along with the times.
Well, you nailed it right on the head
I'm
because
just
you can see when they get in very young.
and poor and
Yeah,
poor
and then years later they look like Colonel Sanders, white hair and all that,
and
and they're
they're
still
and
there.
they're millionaires and they're
Yeah,
millionaires. When you see
yeah,
when this is actually true, and I'm not gonna mention names because I'm like, I mean, it's almost disrespectful. But remember when they had to wheel the guy in to vote so he could vote?
yep.
He was pretty much on his deathbed, and we got some people in Congress that's been there for 40 years, 50 years, and
Hmm.
no, I think, um, yeah, it's term limits, man. I mean, and it doesn't have to be short, like 8 years. I understand in Congress you got to build some experience and all of that, but it shouldn't be forever. It just should not be forever. But that's just my totally independent opinion.
Hmm.
So, but the key is this. Enjoy this. This is for you and your generation because we got to get more people involved in running for office. I think because yeah, we exactly. Here, let me put James on up here. Yeah, we need more young people, and I mean that for county council and state legislature. And why doesn't anything change? Is because it's the same people that's running the county and the same people that running the state. I mean, that's the reality. But until we get more younger people actively engaged in a process, getting into the community, getting to know people, getting active in the community, be a part of the community, and then run for office, then you'll see the change. Then you will see the change. Koko Iwamoto, right? Just
Yep.
beat the Speaker of the House. It took her 4 times. I think she
Three
lost
try.
three. This was her third. Yeah, this was her third try. But that Coco was in the community nonstop. She was so active. She was on the BOE, the Board of Education. She was a community council. She was all over the place. She didn't
Hmm.
just pop up and said, "I like make a change." And I don't whether you like her. It doesn't matter. I'm not take the name out of it. I'm just saying when you take someone that beats the Speaker of the House in the primary election by getting 50% plus one vote, that is incredible. Change is happening, but it's happening slow. So yeah, I mean,
Well,
people gotta get active. People gotta get active.
the only thing that I'm afraid of, and like you said, take the name out of it. You have uh, a candidate that beat the Speaker of the House. Okay. Now that district basically lost that power seat, unless the candidate that beat the Speaker of the House can guarantee that when they win the general, right, they go right in and they assume that role, which is not a given, right?
Hmm.
So that's the scary part when you're in a position that you have some control for your district, but we have to say that it's for everyone. But as you know, it's commonly known that your district will kind of like gain some momentum, as I should say, and
Yeah,
hopefully, I think all the new faces out there, um, I believe in their hearts, and I have to believe this that they really want to make a change and make a difference. And I'm one that if I start to see that, yeah, I will go and help. If it means doing one food drive at a time to get the word out, to get people, because when you see people at food drives as an example, that's when you got to tell yourself, here we are helping people because they're having a hard time make ends meet. If that doesn't impact you, then I don't know what will. And as a politician, I think we got to address that. One thing I do want to address tonight is, as most of Uncle Charlie, I take care of the security at the airports, and the wages have gone up. We want to be competitive, but it's hard. And if we look at all the potential uh, applicants of individuals that can work before COVID, we had people standing in line to grab jobs. Now you just cannot find anybody.
Mhm.
I mean, they don't even have enough applicants for the police department, the newly formed Department of Law Enforcement, the fire department, you know, and then you've got TSA, then you've got us, and yet you have companies that are spending like hourly just to get somebody with no skills. Will hire you right now with these benefit packages, starting them off at 33, $34 an hour, and it's a knee jerk reaction. I get, whoa, that's not as bad as on Maui. You hear some of the places, especially the when they're doing the remediation of a hazardous material on La Lahaina, some of the new companies that popped up, some of them offering in excess of $60 an hour for workers out there with no experience. So how do you compete with that?
Well, you
It's
don't, Charlie. You don't.
Yeah,
That's the problem, right? I know we got some
yeah,
criticism with the mayor's decision to cover the medical benefits, the basic
mm,
medical premiums for our county employees. And I
right.
did get some. I got some, emails and messages with some very upset constituents. But that's where we're at, Charlie. We don't have. I mean, we have positions in finance that we don't even have applicants. That has never happened in the history of this county. You always have way more applicants than positions, but that's not just the county, right? It's the state, it's
Hmm.
McDonald's, it's all over. It's the airport, it's TSA. TSA offering bonuses. TSA is flying people from other jurisdictions to work in our post because they don't have people. It's scary. It is scary.
Yeah.
Um, and
And I get bombarded every week, from a corporate level that, hey, come on, we gotta get. I says, I'm trying my best. I mean, what more? I mean, you guys are holding job fairs on Oahu. It's not doing me any good here in Kauai. Why don't you do the same over here? I mean, do something, you know.
yeah,
So,
and like you said, some of these contractors that have contracts with the state or the counties or government, and they they bid on the job at a certain amount, and then now they gotta end up paying $60 an hour, let's just say. So they're gonna lose money on the contract, but they don't have a choice, right? Because if they breach the contract, then they can
they'll
be
never.
assured
Yeah.
they'll never get another job. So
Yep.
they have
Exactly.
to take the loss. They gotta eat the loss. And I don't know. Somebody just asked where here, honey, Ann, what happened to all the workers? That is the
Hey,
question. You get two former investigators here. I I don't know, Charlie. I'm baffled. I honestly,
I can
you
tell
know,
you, they're not going to Vegas. That's for
yeah,
sure. But you hear states like Tennessee, Texas. You get a lot of people moving there, job
yeah,
opportunities. I think a lot of it too is having wanting to be a homeowner, where what you'd normally pay close to $1 million here on Kauai, in some of these states, you can pick up something even bigger and more luxurious between 300 and 400,000.
it's
No ifs, ands,
it's
or buts.
exactly what's happening. And
Yep,
it's of course you're not living in Hawaii, but you know,
yep.
and I use my kids as an example. Yeah, they're in my daughter's house is three times the size of my house, and that ain't exaggerating. This is house is 720 square feet, and her house is almost 2,400 square feet. That house, which is brand new, they're renting, but that house in that planned community that they're renting in. They're the first tenants in that house, but that same floor plan, and it's like the best appliances. It's central air, central. It's everything. All
Yeah.
it's actually 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, with one office, which is basically an extra bedroom. So 5 bedrooms. That house runs about 540 grand up in that in Austin, Texas. Now Austin is a little. If you go out towards Fort Worth area, Charlie, you get a 1,800 square foot house, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 8,000 square foot lot for about 300,000. That is why we don't have people here. That's why many of our kids are leaving, and it's just sad. And the people that are replacing them aren't working, right? They're retired, they're living the life, or they're working remotely. So yeah, it's scary, and but it's true, and I'm not sure. I ain't smart enough to know how to fix that. I mean, what
Yep.
you're going to see is you're going to see more and more long time businesses shut down, and we're seeing it every single year. We see more and more of our local. Uh,
I knew our workforce was in trouble when you start to see banners at a McDonald's offering $21 an hour. I already knew. I said, "Whoa!" And not to find anyone to fill that role. Now here on Kauai, I give LA McDonald's credit. They get some young people working, and you can tell they're from other countries. And kudos to them. They're trying to be here and contribute. And of course, English is their second language, right? And it's hard, but hey, they want to work, and doesn't matter what they paid. They're working, so I applaud
yeah,
them.
yeah,
But a lot of these other places is like, and it's sad. I tell myself, well, so and so place gonna close down, so they're on the news and they have a mad rush of people standing in line. I said we could have saved these kind of places, but how? Because what they're faced with, companies all over are facing the same thing. It's just that you could only stretch that dollar so far, right? And then after that, can't stretch it anymore, and they had to make a decision.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we on the county, we're trying. So if you guys want to come work for the county, get free medical, you know, come on down. We can use you. We can use you. It's kind of scary though. How
Yeah.
I mean it's in it because it's not getting better. I don't see any improvements because not too many of our kids or families that left um, aren't going to come back. I mean, my daughter won't come back and come to a place where she can go buy a 720 square foot house for one third or half of what she has up there and have to work 3 jobs to pay for it and have no life whatsoever. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, honey, the mochi rice place you're talking about, Coda Farms. My wife freaked out because that's what she uses for her mochi. You guys know that white box that says mochi rice that you see it all over. It's a nice little slim box. She freaked out, man. She had me on Amazon ordering. I mean, not sorry, not Amazon, but Walmart, ordering lots of these things because that's what she uses. And but we found out that Coda, the family, almost 100 years in business, decided to sell, and the company that bought them, Western Foods or something like that, is going to carry the brand and continue the mochi rice. So thank goodness. Otherwise, I can just see my one of my bedrooms would be filled with mochi rice boxes forever.
Make your would make that extra bedroom like like how people start off with Amway. They buy as much products and just stock the room.
Well, okay, so this is funny. So this is a 3 bedroom house, very small, but Baron's bedroom has been converted. So on one wall, that's her pantry. She has her metal racks with all of her cooking stuff and her baking stuff, and then on the other wall, I have all my sports card stuff and all of that stuff. And then on the third wall is our little what do you call that? Little drawer space that she has, clothes and stuff. But Nikki's bedroom is still Nikki's bedroom. I don't know if she's still watching, but Patsy, I think subliminally wants Nikki to come back home. So that bedroom is that make a great podcasting studio, by the way.
Yeah.
Like really, but no, I cannot. She won't let me touch Nikki's bed. I'm gonna get that thing out of here. But yeah, it's crazy, crazy
Well, you
stuff,
know,
man.
I will say this, and you know, you're talking about your lovely daughter, and you know, I as a parent, I'm happy my kids, you know, they in this hard times they've learned to survive, and you know whether we give them the help they want or the help that they don't want, they just you know I can check in with my kids every single time. Say, Dad, we love you, but we're okay. I
Yeah,
said, you sure you don't need something? And I'm sure deep down they want to say, you know, Dad, you know, you and Mom got to take care of each other. We got it. We got it. And sometimes, you know, I walk away from my son because, you know, he has to, my son John has to go from Kauai to Honolulu and back and forth. So I don't get to see him as much as I used to. And, you know, at the airport, I see him walking away. And, you know, when you see a son, the back of him going away from you, I mean, I'll be straight up. Man, tears start strolling down my face because I said, well, you
oh
know, I know I'm going to see him next week, but, and then sometimes something happens and he doesn't come back. And I'm telling Steph, is he going to come back? Then I call Maui to see how my other boys are doing. And she goes, they didn't call you. They called me. I go, then what the hell? They didn't call me. I feel left out. That
yeah.
starts to make me cry. So it's like,
Sons have a
I,
different connection with their moms, you
whew,
know. That's just, and daughters have one with the dads. Yeah, it's you know, I'm glad that you cry because I cry
yeah.
when we leave Texas and we jump in an Uber and we
Tell
leave.
you, I tell you what started me crying.
Uh,
I'm gonna be, it's the Korean shows. If it wasn't for
uh,
that, I
you
wouldn't
still
cry. But
you still watching that stuff,
I still watching that stuff.
bro?
Even if I know I gotta work tomorrow at 4:30 in the morning, I'm gonna stay up to 1 o'clock watching Korean shows tonight. After
I
we're done.
honestly thought by this week you would have shaken off that addiction. I really did.
No,
No,
it's just. But like I said, I don't watch all 16 episodes because Koreans are very disciplined. They always have happy endings. They don't have bad endings. So what I do is I tell Stephanie, I skip. I just watch the last one. It tells the whole story of the previous 15 episodes in one episode.
oh,
That's
okay,
how I
okay,
do it. That's how I
yeah,
do it. Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try watch that stuff because I'm a very addictive person, and I'm gonna probably get hooked on them, and I just don't. I don't need to. I don't need to. I get my wrestling. It keeps me busy. It's solid. By the way, and I know we're wrapping up, guys. We're a little bit over time, but I'm wearing my UH shirt because this week Hawaii opens up with Delaware State. Charlie, I always
Yeah.
worry. I always worry the first game of the year because it's always against some D2 or D3 team. Some sometimes I think it's even a high school team, but they tell me it's a college team. And you gotta win. You gotta beat this lower level team. They do have a brand new defensive coach from the NFL, from the Bills. I think Bills, and I forget all the. This guy. I mean, it's not. You know, I'm glad it's Delaware State, and they need to hit it hard. Yeah, they missed their bus. Yeah, they missed their bus. Somebody, where did I just see that? Here we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Keith,
They
they
had it.
missed it. They missed the bus to the airport, man. Delaware State.
So
So
so they missed their bus. Does it mean that it's possible the line can miss their plays when they go up and snap the ball? I
I,
mean, is
I'm,
it possible?
I'm. It is possible. You know, because now, remember now they're gonna be late. They're gonna come in later. They're coming from Delaware, so the jet lag is gonna kill them. So if we lose that game, we probably should just concede for the rest of the season and say, you know, whatever. I had
Hey,
a
you know,
question. I had a question for you, Charlie, right here.
yeah.
What Netflix K
Uh,
dramas does Charlie recommend?
everything that's they get one section called swoony. You know, I mean, it's just it's like you remember Ali McGraw and what's his name? They had Love Story, the
Yeah,
original Love
yeah.
Story. Okay,
Ryan O'Neal. Ryan O'Neal.
yeah, that's the the Korean shows are like that. I mean, i the plot line is very. I mean, other than it being lengthy, you can see how the plot and it draws you in. It's not like American show, you know, they draw you into a plot, the next thing you know, death, stabbing, everything, fast action, speeding cars. This one has things to kind of like mellow out your spirit, and so when you get ready for the next episode coming on, it's like, oh, you want Kwang Ho to end up with Ju Lee or whatever. You kind of feel that, and at the end they get together and says, "Hey, I was right." But that's Korean drama for you,
Is
and
it
I love it.
is it a new episode? Is it a new? Is it like a what's that soap
Like,
opera? Like so you got to watch every week, or is it a new episode every week?
no, no, no. So anyway, it's like 16 episodes in one showing, so you can watch all 16 hours a day, or you
Yeah,
can spread
but
them out. Yeah,
is it a continuation? Is like this week or whatever of a continuation of the last episode?
some are like that, not
Okay,
all,
okay, yeah.
because some
Not so
some
like
there.
Hallmark,
It,
right?
yeah,
Hallmark is it's every show is a whole different movie and a whole different story. Although the actors and actresses they're all the same people, they just act in different roles. But the plot in a Hallmark movie is always the same. It's the
yeah.
same plot every single time, and there's no a Hallmark movie with a sad ending. It's just
I'll tell you one thing. It's culturally based. When I appreciate the scenery, the temples, especially if they're doing ones that take you back in a different period of time. Because the Koreans, they used to have this hat that looked like on bee wing. They put on the hat and get the two. I mean, and then get one. The hat is almost like see-through. It's transparent hat, so I don't know how the thing block out the sun. But anyway, they wear that. It's just unbelievable. I can see myself wearing that hat one day if I can find one big enough for my head.
thank you, Randall. Thank you. I love this discussion as a reminder that there's also more to life, such as the simple and whatever is simply fun and good. Thank you. No, thank you,
Yes,
Randall.
thank you very
And
much,
I get
man.
one more here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Man, I get this is awesome, guys. Keep them coming here. Oh, here, Melissa. K drama, no hug or kiss my mom says it's good, clean, wholesome drama. That's good. Um,
I'm glad she brought that up because I'm gonna tell you this: if you watch the way the stars kiss on Korean, then they don't go for the lip lock and all of that rolling and everything. He's like that, the whole thing. I'm watching. I go, yep, that's my drama for you.
yeah, Rhonda, I get enough drama. I don't need watch. Uh, and Keith, I'm hungry for kimchi right now. Oh my God, that's probably racially inappropriate, but I actually hungry for kimchi too right now. Actually, my wife had we get daikong, yeah, and that's what I'm
Guess
gonna
what we
whack
had
right
for
after
dinner
this.
tonight?
Daikong, kimchi.
Kimchi nine. Kimchi nine. Before I came home, stopped off, waited for the wife, and boom, blitzed it home. Had some, and then here I get to spend my talk show night with my brother Mel Raposo, and I gotta
Yeah,
thank
man,
you again and again and again.
it's always
It's
fun, man. I think the village thanks you, Charlie, because
no, I thank them.
yeah, oop, this camera is like a mirror. There we go. The village.
Yeah,
By the way, folks,
yeah.
hang on. I know
Crystal Light.
I saw a bunch of you guys on coming on YouTube. So let me just remind you guys before we sign off that at some point this is going to be only on YouTube. I cannot tell you when because Facebook is making a little bit of more difficult for live streamers because they don't make money off of it. So make sure you guys get over to YouTube and we're going to be running for all the new subscribers that tune in. I'm going to just do a randomizer thing, and we'll give you guys some merch from the Coconut Wireless, like maybe a mug or T-shirt or something like that. But yeah, we want to make sure I don't want you guys to miss any of this because it's good fun. I spoke to the executive director of Hoike today, so I invited her. Hoike has done a lot, has made some changes with this new lady. Can't remember her name now. Man, it's going bad, Charlie. It's going
Hey, what you think I wear name tag for? For remember my own name.
bad. Allegra. But anyway, they have done so much. By the way, if you go to their website, hoike.org. They even have an app now where you can download the app and you can watch on-demand programs from Hoike. But she's doing so much, and they're doing a news program now. But anyway, um, we miss BC. at the county council meetings though. BC, I miss you so much, man.
He was a
But yeah,
fixture. Yeah, he was a fixture.
so I invited her to come on, and she might come on. I don't know when yet, but just to share with the community what they're doing and the opportunities for anyone here on Kauai to go into that studio. And you can do your own show. You can actually do your own, make your own show and learn how to use the cameras and edit and all that stuff. So a lot of opportunities there. But yeah, we're looking at bringing some guests on, and um, yeah, look at Randy. Now he's
You know,
Calbi
one of the
mid
things,
June. I sauce. Yeah.
one of the things I did want to say, we had him on before, and he's our brother. We love him dearly. Tommy Silva, the former owner of TNT. He was
Yes.
inducted into the film, what window film or
Window
tinting.
Film Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he was inducted, and so I want to get him on, but right now they're on a trip, as he is every other week. He's on a trip someplace. So
Jay says, Mahalo, Mel and Charlie. Have a good night, everyone. Hey, Charlie, watch My Country. LOL. That must be another K drama. But no blame
okay,
me if you go work without sleeping. My Country. So Jay Murata, who's like a brother to me, he must be
yeah,
watching K drama too. Oh well. Anyway,
yeah.
so yeah, next week, guys, we'll be back next week Thursday. The
Hmm.
following Thursday is September 5th. That's my birthday. I make the
You know
big,
what that means?
I make the big 60, Charlie. I'll be 60 years old on the
Well,
5th of September. But I will put the plug. That is my fundraiser. My campaign fundraiser is $20 Hawaiian food. But the best part of that fundraiser is not going to be my speech because there will be a 2 minute speech. Charlie and his band is going to be playing.
hmm,
Charlie and his band is going to be playing at the convention hall September 5th from 5. Well, the event is from 5 to 7. Charlie will be up there. And yeah, so check it
yep.
out. I'm, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
We're gonna have John Mahi, Darren
Yes.
Kiyotsuka, and Brian Davis on drums, and myself. And we're just gonna have a, it's funny because you're always trying to look for new material, but we're the type of band that we just love to get engaged with the crowd, and you know they know that we play the same thing week after week after week after week, and they laugh at the same jokes over and over and over again. But the thing is, we give them what they want, and so I could not help but to say yes, because when someone told me, "Hey, it's gonna be Mel's birthday and fundraiser, you like get involved?" And I said, "Yep, I'll be there. I'll be there."
I cannot imagine having a fundraiser without Charlie there. I was concerned if he was going to say no can. I was sweating bullets because then I would have to sing, Charlie. Not only would I lose money, I would lose the election. So no, you saved the day, man. You saved the day.
Yeah.
Tickets info. I got the tickets. You guys, all you gotta see. That's the thing, man. I'm so low level politician, man. I don't know when, you know. You just gotta message me. You just gotta message me on Facebook, or email is very simple. melraposo@gmail.com. Is there any notice? I saw low grade. I All I did was post a Mel dance my hula. Honey says dance my hula. All I did was posted the copy of the ticket. I'll put it back up tonight, and then you guys can take a look. But yeah, I would love to have you guys there. It's going to be. In fact, the food is going to be from Jay Murata's daughter, her business. And if you haven't had
Oh,
her Hawaiian plates, folks,
wow.
you're in for a treat, man. Yeah, lau
Well,
lau, lomi salmon, long rice. We got some smoked meat. We gonna be fun. Gonna be fun. No alcohol though. Sorry for all you guys that like drink. We gonna get soda. And we can't. Bro. You know that the county's policy on the facilities, you cannot serve water in plastic water bottles unless it's more than 21.7 ounces.
and
Yes.
what's the rationale to that?
I will have to go find out. So you can bring in. See, if I get the big bottles, like that's the big bottles.
The 5 gallon bottles,
No, no,
the
no.
big.
21, the
Oh,
20, 22 ounces,
okay.
which is very hard to find.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I cannot bring in the regular 12 ounce or the little one, So anyway, we're just gonna
No,
have
you
soda.
can. You can.
Okay,
If
Charlie,
you
here it comes.
Yeah, if you duct tape them two bottles together and just put one spigot come out one for suck them out from both sides, you can.
Now I can bring in as many soda cans. I can bring in glass juice bottles with that's not recyclable, or what. Anyway, I gotta go figure it out. I just read the policies.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Wow.
we're gonna yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we'll bring in some the 5 gallon water bottles with I don't know, but anyway, but no worry about that. Bring food. I mean, go get food. And again, Charlie and his band gonna be there. So I hope you guys can make it. Yeah, I'll post the ticket up.
Yep.
September 5th, 5 to 7, convention hall. You ain't gonna miss it. But anyway, Charlie, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. This is always fun.
Yeah, I you
Um,
know I couldn't pass it up, for our viewers out there, the village. Um, the missus was gonna come on a different flight, and I thought, I'd miss the opportunity, but she called me and she jumped on. She just see if there was a room available in case an earlier flight. She did, and I came home and jumped, had the dinner, picked up dinner, and jumped on, and I was glad I could be here tonight. So it's always a privilege to be with you, my brother. It's an honor.
well,
It's an
it's just,
honor. We
bro,
we
it's
we
just
we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. I
yeah,
tell you.
it's just
Yeah.
fun, man. It's just fun. It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's uh, it's fun. And next week will be funner,
Yeah. Funner.
funner.
Yeah.
And I know last week I asked you if you was going to sing us out on your guitar, but
No, the only reason why, and I apologize, is I'm gonna save my voice for a special event that I'll be performing at um on September 5th.
okay. So we got to if you want to hear Charlie sing, then you got to come on September 5th.
Oh, why don't what we can do is videotape the performance at the end.
we
Somebody just videotape it,
we can do that
and
too.
we upload them on this, and
Yeah.
catch us in
Oh,
action.
yeah. I tell you what though, if you have never seen Charlie guys play, number one, they're good. They're the harmony, they're
Oh, come
the
on.
guitar skills. No, it is. It's good. John Mahi, his falsetto is ridiculous, but it's the connection that they have with each other and the audience is it's just something to see. It's yeah.
Well, I can tell you one thing. One of our good friends, Mr. Mel taught us well. So if you do come and watch us, just know this: it's time for you to go use the bathroom. You
Oh,
gotta hold on, because if you get up and go, you're gonna be one of our victims, guaranteed.
Mel used to have that 1 million watt spotlight that he took with him everywhere. And if
Watch
you went
out.
to the bathroom, I remember Patsy and I went one night at the Kauai Resort Hotel, and this lady, sometimes I think I've already told this story on the show because we've had so many discussions. But anyway, we're sitting down, and this lady gets up to go use the bathroom, and that's all he does. Malcolm Bang's routine was only pick on the guests. That's what he did. This lady stood up and he said, "Ma'am, I wouldn't do that." And now she don't know what he's talking about. First time this was tourists, never know who Malcolm Bang was, and she starts to move. He goes, "Ma'am, you going to the bathroom?" "I wouldn't do that." And then this poor lady don't know what to do, but she decides to go to the bathroom. So Malcolm Bang, he had this old cassette recorder. Back then, never have all these digital toys, so he had one little cassette recorder, and he had recorded. It must have been himself making doodle in a bathroom. So when the lady went in the bathroom, he says, "Listen," and then he puts the microphone by the cassette player, and you hear, and the place is erupting with laughter, and he's like, "Oh, she really had to go," and this place is just going nuts, and this poor soul, she don't know what's going on because she cannot hear, and then she walks back, and he get his spotlight, and he bang him, bam, "Ma'am, where you went? You and McDoodle." Well, we know. We listened to the whole thing, and this place was everybody had sore stomach. But that's Mel Kabang. That's what he did.
Well, we
So
we don't we don't go that far, but what we do is I'll have the crowd to say, okay, everybody, when the person walks back in, give him a standing ovation.
yeah, yeah.
Stuff like
He just yeah. He was he cussed a lot though. He swore. He the guy dropped the f bomb and everything else. But he was definitely one of the legends of comedy here in Hawaii.
yeah.
Poor guy. Anyway, all right, guys. We spent a lot of your time. Appreciate you guys again. Next week Thursday we will be back. Same time, same place. We'll see you guys there. Love you guys. God bless.